Welcome to Writing 102, CRN 21624. This is an online writing class that will meet for the second 8 weeks of the spring of 2018. I'm your instructor, Lynn Saul. This class is what we are calling an OER class, Open Educational Resources. That means that you do not have to buy any books for this class. All of the materials for the class are either online here within D2L, or else for your final project you may use books from the library or other materials from the library, but you don't have to buy anything. At the top of the page, we have what's called the nav bar: content, communication, assessments, course resources, virtual classroom, which we're not going to use in this course, and finally, help. So we'll go through how to get around that. Also on the home page, you'll see announcements, which are any news announcements that need to be posted. This is where there may be any reminders about things that are due, reminders how to do something, changes in the schedule, and so on. There is a list of the various things in content. The modules are over here. Place where it shows updates. The Ask a Librarian feature, which you'll be using for your research. NetTutor, if you need help, you can use this online tutoring service. And some information about me. And at the end of the semester, there will be a course feedback survey. So let's take a look. First, under content. And under content, we'll start with getting started and the syllabus materials. This is the syllabus for the class. It's broken down into the different things that you will need to know. For example, information about me, information about the course, the student learning outcomes, what you are supposed to learn in this course, an overview of the writing and discussion activities that we'll be doing so that you can understand what is involved in the different activities that we're going to have during the course. Grade and instructor policies, be sure to review this so that you understand how many points there are for the various activities and what the grade breakdown will be in terms of getting an A, B, C, and so on. Also, very important, particularly late work. Basically, you cannot submit work late, and if you do, you're going to lose 10% of the maximum possible grade for every day it is late. And if it's more than 3 days late, it will not be graded. You cannot submit discussion posts late. The discussion posts are designed for communicating with other students, and it all has to be done within the time frame that is given. The schedule of work, extremely important. This is the calendar for the course, so you need to pay attention to these dates, and all work with due dates needs to be submitted by 11:59 on the due dates, and don't wait until the last minute, because if you do, your clock may be different than the computer's clock, and you may be just thinking about things and not get it turned in on time, and then you will not be able to submit it at all. Furthermore, on most of the discussions, you need to post something and then also respond to other students. So if you don't get started early, you won't have time to do that. So this lists each of the assignments and when it's due and how many points you have for that activity. You might want to print this out and post it over your desk because you're going to be needing it. Attendance requirements and active participation. I have to report attendance to the college at least every 7 days. And what I do is whenever there is an assignment that's due, after that, I report who has participated in the assignment, and that is your attendance. If you miss 7 days, you're going to get a notice from the college saying that you are in danger of losing your registration. If you miss 10 days without doing anything, you're going to have your status changed to registered but not attending. So very important that you keep doing the activities that are required. Student Resources and Policies has all of the college's resources and the rules that are student rules. So you should review this. Finally, there is a checklist for your class activities, and you can go through this and check off whether or not you've done them. Finally, if you want to have the complete syllabus, if you want to print it all out and put it in your notebook, it's all together here in one file. Okay, other things under content. The most important thing is the units. So we start with Unit 1, close reading. It gives you the basic thoughts about this topic and then what you have to do. You can click on that and you get the reading assignments. They're all right here. You don't have to buy a book. It's all right here, and you just click and use it. So this will then have the essay requirements so that you'll understand the first essay that you have to write. All of the assignments in this class, all of the essays must use MLA format, and there is a link to Purdue OWL here, which shows you exactly what is involved in doing that. And so forth for the various things under content that you'll do throughout the course. Under communication, the discussions that we have in this course are all under discussions. And so you'll just look at these discussions. 0A, introductions, which you must do on March 19th, the first day of class. You just click on the title of it and then start a new thread in order to write your introduction. For your subject, you should put in your name. Then you come down here and write your introduction, and then you post it. But I'm not going to post it because I don't have this assignment. So you'll do that for each of the discussions. Another thing that is good to know about here is class list. Class list lists all the students in the class, and it also lists me. So if you want to send me an email, you just check off this box, come down here and say email, and then you'll see that I'm under BCC, blind carbon copy, for the subject. Be sure that you put Writing 102 in the subject line so that I'll know that it's this course, and then whatever your question may be or whatever the subject is writing me about, and then you put in your message, and then you can send it. I'm not going to send it because I do not need to write to myself about this. If you want to contact Anthony Sovak, who is the department head, you can also email him. You can email several people at once. If you want to email everyone in the class, if you click up here at the box at the top, it will go to everyone in the class. Where it says email, you can't use that to send email. That's where you will be able to read your emails. Assessments is really important because this is where, number one, you're going to submit the assignments that you have. These are all assignments that have due dates. The one that does not have a due date is online learning orientation. If this is the first time that you're taking an online class at Pima College, or if you want to review what's involved in taking an online class at Pima College, you can take this orientation, and it gives you some extra credit points. All of these other things, for example, when you have to submit your draft essay, you'll click on that, and then I can't show you how it is for a student to submit these students, but that's where you'll do it. If you want to check your grades, you can check grades, and it will show you what your grades are for every assignment and total for the semester. Rubrics will give you the rubrics that show how each of your essays will be scored. And you have to click on preview. And there you go. Finally, under course resources, there is a calendar which will show you all of the dates when things are due. So you can use that to remind yourself of when you have to do different things. Finally, under help, D2L student support. If you're having any troubles with D2L, just go ahead and click on this, and they can help you with it. Also, if you want to access the PCC library, you can do that through help, as well as, of course, through My Pima. So this is basically how you are going to get around in this class. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. It's very intuitive, I think, and you won't have any trouble learning how to get around in this class to do the work. The important thing is do your work on time, pay attention to due dates, and if you have any questions, please email me and I'll try to answer your questions. I'm looking forward to a really good class and full participation by all students. So let's have a great class. Bye.